No matter what you're building with Schluter-Kerdi board, there are some basics that you need to know. Let's take a look at cutting, fastening, and waterproofing methods in particular. There are options for cutting Kerdi board. Regardless of the method used, please observe all safety practices. A utility knife can be used to cut any thickness of Kerdi board. The grid lines printed on the surface of the panels help guide cuts, though a straight edge can be used if required. When cutting the thicker panels with a utility knife, don't attempt to cut through all at once. Take your time and make multiple passes. When building countertops, shower benches, or similar applications that require more precise cuts, we recommend the use of a circular saw or table saw. Cutouts for sinks or other fixtures can be made simply and easily using a jigsaw. After cutting Kerdi board, you can use a knife or rasp to remove any of the fleece webbing that may have frayed or pilled along the edges, if desired. There are a number of ways Kerdi board can be installed, depending on the application. For example, panels are attached to stud framing with appropriate screws and corresponding Kerdi board ZT washers. The minimum Kerdi board thickness for installation over wall framing is 1/2 inch for studs spaced at 16 inches on center, and 3/4 inch for studs spaced at 24 inches on center. Keep in mind that any bathroom fixtures, such as grab bars or wall-mounted toilets, must be anchored into the structure or solid blocking behind Kerdi board. Kerdi board can be mounted horizontally or vertically on the framing. When installing over wood framing, use Kerdi board ZS coarse thread screws, reaching a depth of at least 3/4 of an inch in the studs. For applications over metal framing, use self-tapping screws reaching a depth of at least 3/8 of an inch in the studs, in conjunction with the Kerdi board ZT washers. Keep in mind, the vertical edges of each panel must be positioned over a stud or other solid backing. Make sure that your fasteners are slightly indented into the board. This will ensure minimal interference during waterproofing and tile installation. The maximum allowable on-center fastener spacing is 12 inches. Screws may be placed between adjacent panels so that the washers fasten both panel edges. Kerdi board can be spot bonded to existing wall surfaces to correct substrate variations, or fully embedded in thin-set mortar where walls are sufficiently even and plumb. When spot bonding, place mortar spots on the Kerdi board panel or directly onto the substrate, approximately 12 inches apart. Make sure that the surface is clean and free of any contaminants that could weaken the bond between the board and the existing wall. When creating custom building elements, thin-set mortar or Schluter-Kerdi fix is used for Kerdi board installation. Thin-set mortar provides for adjustments to make sure surfaces are level and plumb. But Kerdi fix is a quick and simple option, particularly when stronger initial tack is desired or mixing mortar is inconvenient. Kerdi board is waterproof, but joints and corners must be sealed with Kerdi band and Kerdi Carrick in wet areas. The Kerdi waterproofing accessories are installed with thin-set mortar. The mortar should be mixed to a fairly fluid consistency, but still able to hold a notch. The membranes are embedded using the flat side of the trowel or a drywall finishing knife. 2-inch overlaps must be maintained at all seams and penetrations of the Kerdi board. There are various widths of Kerdi band to accommodate different Kerdi board elements and designs. Kerdi band can also be used for sealing connections to fixed building elements, such as door and window frames. Since thin-set mortar will not bond to some of these surfaces, Kerdi fix is used as the adhesive. And then the Kerdi band is embedded into both the thin-set mortar and KerdiFix to ensure it is fully waterproof. Any protrusions through the Kerdi board, such as shower heads, tub spouts, and mixing valves, are treated with Schluter Kerdi Seal waterproofing accessories. KerdiFix or other suitable sealant can be used in lieu of the pipe and mixing valve seals. Tile can be set immediately over Kerdi board using thin-set mortar. Now that you know the basics of working with Kerdi board, you're ready to get creative. Schluter Kerdi board. Build it, tile it, love it.